sad November days are here, the saddest days of all the year, especially the first of the month.
I believe you. Darling, these bills are terrible. What are we going to do about them?
I'll tell you what, we'll rule the backs of them and use them for bridge scores.
We might try paying them.
Using what for money?
Well, there's that $1,500 in my savings account, plus the first $200 from Mr. Hackett.
None of that. If anyone takes care of the bills around here, it's going to be the man of the house.
Yeah, but what are you going to do? You can't just overlook these bills.
Well, I won't. I won't overlook them indefinitely. Now, believe in me, will you, baby? Everything's going to be all right.
I do, Toby. Only...
No only. Well, I see by the papers that President Coolidge has joined another Indian tribe.
Oh. All right. I've got to run for the office now. I should be back around 6. What are you going to do today?
I don't know. Whittle, maybe.
Well, try not to cut yourself then. Bye now.
So long, sugar.
Okay to clear the breakfast table now, Mr. McLean. What do you want me to do with these papers?
The bills? Oh, throw them away. Oh,
yes.
No, give them here. Myra, what would you do if you needed, let's see, roughly $921.63?
I just wouldn't know.
Well, they all laughed when he sat down at the typewriter. Cabaret Lady by Toby McLean. Well, that reads nicely, McLean. Now, if you can only keep the rest of it up to that high standard. She was born bad.
Mr. McLean? Mr. McLean, hadn't I better fix you a sandwich or something? You haven't stuff to eat all day.
Huh? Oh, no. No, I'm almost done now. And the spotlight, like a golden cage, flows down around it. Hey, how's that for a closing line? 21 pages. It's darn good, too. I bet I can even sell this to Symposium.
All through now?
Mm-hmm. Oh, golly, I'm tired. What time is it?
Almost 6. She should be home any minute now.
Well, let her come. It's finished now. And, Myra, don't say anything to her about this. I'd rather keep it a secret till I find out if it sells. Now, in the matter of that sandwich you mentioned... Hi, Ann.
Hi, darling. How was the whittling? Oh, Toby, you've been working. On the fiction story?
Huh? Oh, no. Just getting some background stuff ready for Saturday's football game. So you won't have to wait so long for me after the game. I thought up a swell lead to use if Princeton wins, so you better pray for Princeton, honey.
Oh.
What'd you say?
I said, oh.
Hello. Get tired of waiting for me?
Well, I've had company. This is Bill Salisbury, Toby, and the one in the raccoon coat is Red Cola, my husband, Toby McLean.
Awfully glad to meet you, Mr. McLean. Say, I read your stuff. Enjoy it a lot. You've got a nice wife.
Thanks. Glad you read my stuff. Glad you like my wife.
What did you think of the game? Isn't it great Princeton won?
Oh, me, it's just work. You fellas both Princeton men?
They had seats right next to mine in the grandstand, Toby.
And it seemed a shame for such a pretty girl to be all alone, so we leaped, or is it leapt, to the rescue. Yes, leapt. My progress was distinctly a leaping.
Anyhow, they took good care of me, Toby, and they offered to drive us back to New York in their car.
Princeton's improving.
As soon as I round up my date. Oh, Pop! Pop! Come here. Want you to meet somebody. Puff Randolph, this is Toby McLean.
Glad to meet you, Puff.
Why, he's beautiful. Oh, Red, you can buy me him.
Too late. He's already bought, signed for, sealed, and delivered. In case you don't know it, Pup, Ann Vaughn is Mrs. McLean.
Oh, really? How amusing.
Well, come on, let's go. Ann, you ride in the rumble seat with me, and I'll teach you the Princeton Jungle Song. Mr. McLean, you can sit up front with Red and Pop.
Well,
Oh, come on, Toby. If you don't, I'll be bored to tears with Red. Tell me about being a newspaper man. Is it fun at all?
Oh, sometimes, Puff. I'd rather hear more about you. Where do you live?
New York. I go to Miss Fleming's school.
Well, where do you spend the rest of your time?
Oh, summers in Europe. I prefer Europe to the States. The men are so much more attractive, don't you think?
With Americans? Sure, I suppose you're right.
At least, that's what I always thought. Till now.
Ooh, what a line.
You keep out of this, Red. You just drive.
Go on. You were saying?
I'm talking an awful lot.
Not too much for me. But look, hadn't you better turn some of it the other way? I think the motorman is waxing peevish. Don't you think you ought to smile at Red or something?
She never bothers to be polite.
Red, you can go jump up and down. I'm fed up with college boys. They're all so young.
How old are you?
I'm 20.
Yeah? And now that we have that settled, how old are you?
Well, how old do you think I am then?
Oh, 18, maybe.
Well, it's a question of experience, isn't it? Not how long one has lived, but how much.
You've lived a lot, haven't you, Pop?
Quite. Cigarette, please.
Trouble with football games with the traffic jams afterwards. Do you realize it took us nearly half an hour to get on this ferry?
Well, it's only 10 minutes across to Manhattan.
And another traffic jam.
You two stop complaining. Only thing to complain about is how stuffy it is sitting in this car. Let me out of here. Move, Red. Move.
Stop pushing me. Get out the other side.
What's the matter? Don't you feel well, child?
Don't call me child. What do you think you are, Arthur Brisbane? Oh, hello. I need air. I want to go upstairs, not stay down here with the cars.
Toby, why don't you oblige the lady? She needs an escort.
Thanks.
Don't mention it.
Oh, Red's all right, I suppose, but he doesn't appeal to me. Do we have to talk about him? Look, the Hudson River, the lights. Over there, tall buildings, glamour. Here at the rail, girl and a fella.
A girl who's a brat and a fellow who's got a wife on the deck below.
Don't be tiresome, darling.
The perfect emancipated post-war flapper, huh?
I usually get my way, if that's what you mean. I wonder when I shall see you again.
Well, that'd be kind of hard to predict. I'm hardly in your circle of flaming youth.
Manhattan's an easy town to get around in. I'm always meeting people.
Yeah, sure.
Of course, you might call me up. It's in the phone book, will you?
Well, I what?
Call me up.
Probably not, no.
You're so horribly married, aren't you?
It's not that so much. The point is I'm so much in love with my wife.
Lots of people aren't. With their wives, I mean.
Lots of people aren't married to Anne.
How long have you been married?
2 months.
Oh, only 2 months, really? I would get a break like that. Well, nevertheless, I'll probably call you. I'll try not to, but I probably will.
Now, don't put yourself to a lot of trouble, little girl.
I do those dumb things when I'm crazy about somebody. You might as well know I'm crazy about you.
From Studio One, radio's celebrated playhouse of dramatic entertainment, you're listening to Robert Mitchum in Young Man of Manhattan, a version for listening by Van Woodward of the Catherine Brush novel. Our story will resume after the customary pause for station identification. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.